Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, hi, I'm Paula. If you haven't noticed, I've been very consistent lately. I've been posting every 3 days. Just know that this summer is going to be the summer of consistency. In today's video, I'm going to be doing the long-awaited what's on my iPhone video. I say long-awaited, literally like only one person asked for this, but like I'm still gonna do it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into the video and let's cue the intro. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna go over is my phone case, and I have this pink star phone case. Really pretty. If you can't tell, pink is like really up there as far as like my top favorite colors. I would say it's like pink and like green. Like I just love those two colors so much, but I think I like pink a little bit more. The first thing you see when you go into my phone is my lock screen, and my lock screen is this white lock screen with this pink heart in the middle and the words that says keep your eyes on the Lord. That's just like a reminder, like as I go through my day, that I should always like do everything I do for Christ and just like keep my eyes on God and make sure that I'm doing everything in a Christ-centered manner. And then when you go up, you see my first page of my lock screen, of my home screen, and the background is very similar to my phone case background. I got this off of Pinterest. I will try to find it again, but I probably won't be able to. But it is this pink heart 3D type lock screen. I love this so much because it matches my phone case. I was like, I had to get it because it's just so pretty. I have a few things on the first page. So I have the little banner at the top, the widget that I use the Widget Smith app to do that. If you want a tutorial on how to do this, definitely comment down below. It's just a text I found on Pinterest that says, rule number 1, put God at the center of everything. Especially as a teenager and like as a person like me that has a lot of goals, it can be very easy to like not put God like at the center of my life. So like having this reminder just like helps to keep me in check. And then next up, I have a couple of like really basic apps that I use on the daily. I would say these are like probably my most used apps. Like when I first go on my phone, I want to use like one of these apps. The first app I have is the phone app, and then I have WhatsApp. So I use the phone app, obviously, where I have my call logs and then my contact information. I use WhatsApp for my family members. So they are not a big fan of iMessage, so we like the family group chats, because I have family that's abroad, so we use WhatsApp to communicate with each other, and we have several group chats on here. And then I have the Bible app. I use this quite often, but I do have a paper Bible. But sometimes when I want to like highlight stuff, or I want to just keep track of certain verses, I use the Bible app. And also a really good trick is when I'm doing Bible studies and I'm like really tired, or when there's like a really long passage that's like 3 pages long and like I don't feel like reading it, I will actually go on the Bible app, go to that passage, and it has a speaker, the audio, that will literally read it for you. This come in clutch so much. Although I haven't been using it lately, but I'm trying to actually read the Bible and like read the text and not use the audio, but like it just comes in handy, and I'm just like, if it's there, why not use it? So yeah. And then next up, I have Spotify. So on Spotify, I just have music that I listen to, and then yeah, I'm on here quite a lot. Like most times I listen to other people's playlists, but like sometimes I make my own playlists on here too. And then next up, I have the little battery like percentage tracker that tells me what battery my phone is on. And if I have my AirPods and my headphones near me right now, it'll also show up on that place and tell me what battery my devices are on. And then I have the weather app that I use to check my weather. And then I have the Waze app. Waze is like Google Maps. I use it because I feel like it's better than Google Maps. I don't know. I just use it because like I have my license now. I'm now licensed, and Waze literally has gotten me to so many places. It's not even funny. Like I love the app so much. And then I have the calendar app. Very basic, whatever. I also put some important dates on my calendar app, like if I have stuff to do this weekend or tomorrow or next week. I'll put it on there so that way I'm like, okay, what do I have to do today? And I know what I have to do and I can track and put my schedule in my calendar app. And the very last app on my homepage is the clock app. I use this for setting alarms, mostly for setting alarms, also for stopwatches and a bunch of other stuff, and for timers. And then the last widget on this page is my screen time widget. So it says right now that I have 3 hours and 44 minutes worth of screen time already, and it's only 10 o'clock. Which means that I've been on my phone since 7 a.m. That's kind of not a good thing, but I keep this on here just to, you know, because like the more I see it and the higher the number is, it just deters me from using my phone as often. So like it's kind of like a motivator to not be on my phone as often. I promise I'm not on my phone that much. Most times it's because I'm like editing on my phone, like I edit my videos on my phone or something like that, but usually I try to reduce my screen time as much as humanly possible. And then the last two apps at the bottom, very bottom, the little bottom right there, is Safari and my messages app, iMessage. I use Safari for Google. I barely use Google. I use Safari. And then I have messages app that I use to message my friends and my family and people. And then the last screen. I only have 2 screens on my phone because I hate like scrolling to find an app. I hate that. I rather have all the apps in one, all the apps in 2. I have everything on 2 pages, so that way it's very easy. So the second page is where I have the rest of the app. The very first thing you see is that the apps at the very top, like the first 2 rows, are actually all in folders. I do that just to keep track of all my apps. Like for the most part, if I need an app, it's probably on the first page. If it's not, it's probably in one of these folders here, like one of the first few ones. So like it's just easy, and I've had this layout for a very long time now, so I'm very used to it. But the very first folder we have is this camera icon folder, which has all my camera apps. So I have the camera app itself, I have Google Photos, and I have the Photos app. So I use Google Photos to store my photos in the clouds and just like store it. So I'm a YouTuber, which means I take a lot of photos and a lot of videos. So like I will delete it off of my Photos app after it's been saved on Google Photos. The next folder we have is my YouTube folder. So these are basically all the apps that I use to run this YouTube channel. If you haven't watched, I think this was 2 videos away. Yeah, 2 videos away. Last week I posted a video of all the apps that you need to be a YouTuber, and a lot of these apps here were mentioned in that video. So if you haven't watched that video, what are you doing? Go watch the video. I will link it above, up here, or up here, I'm not really sure, but go watch the video. It was a really good video. So the very first app I have on the YouTube folder is Inshot, which is my video editing app. And then I have Keynote, which I also use for like text on my videos, like green screen text on my videos. And then I have the YouTube app itself. And then I have Fonto. I use Fonto to edit my thumbnails and add text, my thumbnails. And then I have the YouTube Studio, which is what I use to edit my titles, my description, my tags, and stuff like that, and look at my analytics. And then I have Pixar, which I use for stickers, for my thumbnails, for cropping, and for a lot more. And then I have the Subcount. So I use the Subcount to look at where I am on my channel. So it's just a really nice thing, you know. Whenever I reach like really big milestones, like when I first hit 10K and then 15K, I posted screenshots from the Subcount app on my Instagram. So right now we are at 19,100. So it only shows every 100. So it won't show like on the dot. I think right now I'm like 19,190 something. Let me check the exact number right now. Hold on. Hey, Dylan. Yeah, I'm 19,177. But it only shows every 100, so like once it gets to 19,200, it'll show up on here. But like it's a really good app. And then I have the Files app that I use to store my videos when I want to edit them. And then I have iMovie. I barely use iMovie. I used to use it like more before, but like honestly I don't even know why I have it on my phone. I haven't used it probably in like over like 7, 8, 9 months maybe. Like I really cannot remember the last time I used the app, but I'm still gonna have it there. And then at the second slide of the folder, I have the last 2 apps that I use for editing. and I have Remini. In my last 2 videos, I mentioned that I use Remini when it comes to making my thumbnail pictures less blurry. And then lastly, we have CapCut. I do not use CapCut to edit my videos, but you know, like I use it for like TikTok edits. You know, when you go on TikTok and you see the little thing that says edit in CapCut, I use it for that. But like I've never tried using it to edit my videos, but like it's definitely worth trying out, and I may try that in the future. You never know. The third folder I have is money folder. I don't know why I named it that, but like these are basically apps that have to do with money, or like I get money from them, or like basically they have to do with money. The first app I have is my Subcount app, which is the app I use, like it's like my bank account, I guess. I use it to see my bank account balance and like a bunch of different stuff like that. And then I have Adapole. Adapole is a survey app that I use to make money. And then I have Temu. I haven't been using Temu for the past weeks now, but it's also an app that you can use to make money by referring your friends and family. And then I have Ibotta. Ibotta actually hasn't paid me in a long time, but also I haven't been consistent on the app, so like yeah. And then we have Miles. Also, I haven't received a payment from Miles in a while, but I have to get back into it. And then lastly, I have this app called Street Bees. I've actually never used this app before, but I saw somebody recommend it in my comment section, and they were like, try Street Bees, and I meant to try it out. I put it on my phone, put it in the folder, but I haven't gotten to it yet. But like, this is a sign to get to it. But yeah. Fourth folder, okay, last folder on the first row is my school app. So these are apps that I use for my school. The first app is the transit app. I use the transit app to check like the bus stops and like how long the bus gets in my house, so that way I don't miss the bus. And then I have Photomath. I don't use Photomath that often. I use it mostly to check like if my answer is correct, to like I will solve it first and then check if it's correct on the app. And then I have Outlook. Outlook is the Gmail app. Outlook is the mailing app that I use for my school email. All right, second row, we have more apps. We have productivity. So these are all the apps that I like label productivity on my phone. The first one we have is Daysins. I've had this app for like probably 2 years now. I use that app to track certain habits. So like if I stopped doing something, like let me give an example of a habit that I would track on Daysins. I don't want to go in there because it has a lot of personal habits that I don't want to share on the internet. But like, for example, if I say stop junk food and I want to track how long I can go without eating junk food, I will go on the app, put it as a little widget, and it will like start like a count up to when I started like stop eating junk food. So for example, if you start dating somebody, you can definitely use a Daysins app to count up to how long y'all are dating for. I don't know, I cannot think of a way you can use it. Next up, we have VeriFit Pro. I use this for my smartwatch. This is not an Apple Watch, it's a smartwatch, and it's like the app I use for the watch for my steps and like stuff like that. And then I have the Books app. Yo, I used to be on my self-help productivity grind, but like with school and sports, I haven't really gotten to it. But I literally graduate next week, so like we're definitely gonna go into a self-help productivity summer. So like I'm definitely gonna start reading these books again. I missed my reading era where I would read like a lot of self-help books. Next up we have is my Gmail app. That is the app I use for my email, personal emails that I have, and also YouTube emails. And then we have the Notes app, pretty basic. And then the reminders, also pretty basic for setting reminders. And then we have the Notion app. I mentioned the Notion app 2 videos ago that I used it for productivity. I have the Chrome extension. I have Notion on my phone, but I also use the app for other stuff. I will do a Notion tour in my next video, I promise. I will literally film that after this video, so like stay tuned for a Notion tour next video, or at least in 3 days. Next up we have the Duo mobile app. This is the app that I use. So for example, like I think I was downloading something on my phone and it made me get this app, So it's like a security thing, like if you sign into something, it will notify you that someone has signed into your account like that. And then we have the Cash App. I actually do not have a Cash App account, but I got the app because I wanted to get one, but it wasn't letting me because it was saying that like I already had an account, which I don't, so like I have to figure that out later. But second folder we have on the second row is my social folder. So these are all the apps I use for social life, whatever. I have Pinterest, I use for inspiration. We have the FaceTime app, we have Netflix, Disney Plus, and then the one in the middle, Homey Yo, I think, is like for our camera that's outside in our yard. And then we have the Musi. This was recommended to me by a friend. It's kind of like YouTube and like Spotify in one, but like with no ads. So like I haven't used it. As you can see, it's currently not downloaded on my phone because I haven't used it in a while. And then I have the Stack Team app. I use this for my track and for sports, and like it's like a team sports group chat app. And then we have Snapchat, and then we have Instagram. Y'all should definitely go follow my Instagram at I am truly Paula. Go follow me. And that's pretty much it for my social apps. And then third folder is my shopping app, and these are all the shopping apps that I use. I have Shein, Amazon, Sephora, Nike, Poshmark, and Fashion Nova. Poshmark is a reselling app that I used to use to sell my clothes on, like my old clothes, to resell them. But lately I haven't really used it. I haven't been consistent. Like I've been really focused on a lot of different stuff, but like that's supposed to change, okay? This summer, we're gonna go grind and all this stuff. And then the last folder we have is random. Like basically I just have random apps that I probably would never reach for. We have the Maps app. I use Waze, I don't have to use that. Find My for finding my devices. We have the Health app, Google Drive, I think, or Google Maps. Google Maps, the voice memo, and then we have Google, iSafari, Road Ready. I'm actually gonna delete this app because I got this app when I was practicing for getting my driver's license, and I needed to track my hours. But like I already got my license, I don't need that app anymore. And then I have Calculator app, and then we have My Charts. My Chart is the app that I use for like my medical histories and like my vaccines. It's basically the app that I got for my from the hospital. And then the widget in the middle is the little weather. The last three apps we have is the Settings app. I'm actually gonna move this app in here. So this app is the VPN app, and VPN stands for Virtual Private Network, and that's it right there. And then we have the Settings app. And then last but not least, we have the App Store. So I do have one app that is not on the main page, which is TikTok. So I personally did not put TikTok on my main page because if it's on there, I'm going to be on it all the time. My thought process was, if TikTok isn't on my homepage, that way I'm not gonna be tempted to go on it. But like I'm literally on it all the time. But like I feel like it not being on my homepage allows me to go through more effort just to find it. I have to go through here and like type in TikTok to actually find the app. But yeah. So yeah, that was my phone, and that concludes the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for the Notion tour in 3 days. And I will see you all in my next video.